Hey folks, this is Hal Shurtleff with Camp Constitution. First, I want to thank you for inviting me to do this short little video and also wish all of you a happy Independence Day. So I was asked to do a short little presentation on our Christian flag lawsuit known as Shurtleff v. Boston, which was a 9-0 U.S. Supreme Court victory. What started back in July of 17, I petitioned the city to raise the Christian flag to celebrate Constitution Day and Boston's rich Christian history. And it took about a month before I got the official reply. There was some emails and a few phone calls. It looked like they were dragging their feet, not sure what to do. But I got a phone call from a lady at City Hall that I had dealt with in the past when we flew the Gadsden flag several years prior. And she said to me that it's been denied, and she said this won't be the end of it. So she was sympathetic to us, but being the late mayor's daughter, Mayor Menino's daughter-in-law, she didn't come out and officially support us. But so I asked for an official reply either by letter or by email. And that afternoon, I received an email from the man who became the defendant. And in the email, it said that it's a separation of church and state to fly the Christian flag. So when I saw that, I said, we have a case here. So that evening, I sent out an email to the local media and some friends, and no media response at that point. But a friend of mine suggested I reach out to Liberty Counsel, which I did that evening. The very next morning, I get a call from Richard Mast of Liberty Counsel, and he said, we'd like to take your case. So I said, great. And it was pro bono, that they would take it all the way to Supreme Court if necessary. And they thought that the case was pretty much a slam dunk, that we would definitely win this case. So within a few weeks, a injunction was filed against the city. We filed a Liberty Counsel on behalf of us. It was denied. We had the injunction. The actual hearing was in early August of 17. This lawsuit was filed in July of 18. I believe. Yeah, July of 18. And we started getting media attention. Even back in 17, we got some national and even local and national media attention. Um, we lost, at the First Circuit Court and then the First Circuit Court of Appeals. And then it was in June of 21 that the case was appealed to the U.S. Supreme Court. Liberty Counsel has an office right behind the U.S. Supreme Court building. And actually, it was somebody a young attorney for Liberty Counsel that used to live down a couple of doors down from me when he was a very young man. So it was a very interesting twist on that. Anyway, the Supreme Court decided to take our case. I think it was September 30th of that year, 2021. And I understand they only take about 1% of all cases given to them annually. So that was remarkable in itself. And then a few days later, the city of Boston wanted to settle with us. They said you could fly your flag and they'd pay all legal costs. And our attorneys reached out to me and they says, well, do you want to settle? I says, no. I said, I'm not out, any legal money, of course, it's all pro bono, but it really wouldn't be it wouldn't, the case is much bigger than this. If it sets a precedent, it would really make an impact around the country. So we said no to the city. In January, I think it was actually like January 12th or 13th, that the Supreme Court heard oral argument. We had a prayer vigil outside the Supreme Court building in D.C. the night before, and before the oral argument, we had a rally, and we had some incredible people that I didn't even know come out in our behalf. We had a sitting member of Congress. We had the head of the Frederick Douglass Association, and a few other heads of organizations. And we weren't able to actually listen to the oral, be in the room, the courtroom, because they still had COVID protocol. So we went in the Liberty Counsel's office, and we heard the oral argument. And there were a few attorneys in the room that were actually smiling, thinking even the liberal justice is on our side. So anyway, and of course we got plenty of media attention. I was interviewed by ABC, CBS, countless media uh, outlets. May 2nd was when they released their decision, and it was 9-0. It was really encouraging to get this decision. Even the liberal attorney justices sided with us. and more media coverage. I was on Fox and I was on Newsmax and all kinds of other media outlets. And we actually raised the flag after almost 5 years. We had a ceremony. The city of Boston since discontinued its flag raising policy for civic organizations as a result of our case, but they had to make this exception. It was a great time. And all this is, by the way, you can go to this website here, libertycouncil.org/flag. You see the page here has all kinds of information. It has incredible. It has videos and it has all the letters we received on our behalf. The letters from various organizations that were in favor of us, uh, friends of the court, amicus briefs. That's the term I'm looking for. Even the ACLU took our side, which proves that a stop clock is right twice a day. Um, but we had a number of attorney generals both in favor of us and against us. But anyway, so we had a great ceremony, and a few months later, the city had to settle with Liberty Counsel, giving them over $2.1 million. And I don't know if I could show it here. Here's the headline of the Boston Herald a day after the case in May of 22, and then you see the settlement was $2.1 million. So that's what they had to pay our legal team. They had to pay their own legal team some money. And the great thing about this case is that you can fight City Hall, and also it made a precedent, and it repealed what was known as the lemon test. So to learn more about it, I would say just go to this website here at libertycouncil.org. And Liberty Counsel did a phenomenal job. And I have to have thanks to the Lord, but also thanks to the efforts of the good people at Liberty Counsel. So with that, I want to thank you for watching and listening. And visit our website to learn more about us, campconstitution.net.